Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attacker Productions. Today, Bank Carpet joined once again by Jimmy, Jason, and like always, Fluff.
Why do I always have to be here for green matchups?
Jason forgot to say hello.
What's up?
There we go. Today's matchup is me versus Jason. Jason's brought back his Sou Striker, which is the skillless variant, which I think you've all seen before. We did a recording of that, didn't we?
Yeah. We've recorded it, I think, twice now.
Yeah. And I finally brought out Raditz, something I've been kind of trying to build, just never got time, and screw it, it's right before new cards come out, gotta get it out one way or another. So, here we are. Let's get into it.
Bancroft just heard it was shop championships and best of one, so he was like, I feel like winning today.
Actually, Fluff was like, bring AOD, just bring AOD. Is what Fluff told me.
Yeah, because he wanted you to lose, so he could win.
What do you mean lose? It's AOD.
Yeah. When's the last time you won with AOD?
You're right. I did tied with Nick. 3 weeks ago? But because of the way the points are, he got it.
Nick had COVID.
So we haven't seen Raditz at all on the channel. So those who aren't familiar, my profile is out for it, but. The leader, great thing about turn 1 is that you can still do stuff, because normally it's just charge, maybe play a card and pass. So, with this particular leader, it has an activate main where you can search the top 5 cards of your deck for a Nappa, Vegeta, or Raditz, which means there's no energy cap to that, so you can actually search out your secret, which is pretty cool. But if you add a card to your hand, you have to discard a card. And I did discard a Bupo. Cool.
Man.
So, Jason, what were you expecting standing across from the Raditz deck? Are you familiar with the Raditz as a hand control strategy, or what was going through your mind?
Where I've never played against it, and I didn't know what all the cards did. Just going in and playing green, I figured it was going to be hand control. Having my variant of Sou Striker hand controlled is it. I don't say it doesn't kill the deck, but it makes it very difficult for me to get where I want to be.
For sure.
And I want to point out before we get too far in the video, I don't know if it pops up in this particular match, but there is one card in my deck that's the wrong card. I didn't realize it until after the event was over with, and if it shows up, I'll point it out. If not, we're fine.
And leave us on the suspense.
If you saw my profile, you know what card it is, but I'm saying I
don't watch videos on this channel.
Exactly. So I was curious if you were going to potentially try to apply more pressure this turn by playing the unison like you normally would, and then immediately going with the skillless play. But you swung first, which told me you didn't have the unison.
Yeah, that is correct. I didn't see the 2-drop unison until late in the game, which is very odd for me. I believe I had the 3-drop unison in my hand, so I just kind of do what every Sou Striker player does, just swing and displace energy in this bastard for the first 2 turns.
And for clarity, real quick, I'm reading the cards so much because this is actually the first time I've actually played this deck since building it. And I think that last one I was clarifying you about the effect. And here I'm reading the backside auto for whatnot as well.
Yeah, there's a point in our match where you're reading a card and you're explaining it to me, and I'm like, that's not real.
I don't remember which one it was. It might have been the Unisons +1, I think. Just warp a card.
Everything in this damn Raditz deck just doesn't. It just sounds made up. It's like, oh well, it doesn't go to the drop. It goes to the warp instead. So you can't put the draw monkey in the drop area. You put it in your warp. the unison, yeah. It does the same thing as a leader. Just don't read it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this Raditz, it lets me draw 6 cards. Okay. Shit's so whack. Fuck this deck.
Actually, someone commented on the profile saying they actually got a chance where they played the 1-drop Raditz and was able to draw 6 cards from it, and I'm like, holy crap.
Damn.
On average, I draw 3 cards for 1 energy, which isn't bad.
Even drawing 3 for 1 energy is stupid.
Yeah, but in your point of view, a leader who doesn't draw is stupid. So I think it bounces
That
out,
is
right?
stupid.
So here I was able to resolve the super rare Vegeta, which could pull the Powerball to my hand and then play the Powerball for free just because my leader is a green Saiyan.
Yeah, and I think that's the card you were reading to me where I said that's not real.
Because if I activate blocker on a card, I can pay 1 to play 1 for my... Because, yeah. And I think it's the way the text is read. It's like, it has to be a non-grade A Saiyan with the same name, energy cost of 4, same color, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like every deck that you play, each card's got like a book of like stuff that it does on each card.
Because Bancroft plays all the decks that like normal people don't want to fucking play. Because we don't want to have to like get a fucking PhD to be able to play the damn deck.
What was it?
Bancroft plays all the terrible archetype-specific cards that most people don't pay any attention to.
And what's great about most of his decks, I actually enjoy.
Yeah, it's like I have a high school diploma, man. Can you like dumb your deck down a little bit for me?
We're giving Bancroft too much credit, bro. He just threw all the good green cards in this deck.
I would say it's definitely half Raditz engine, half good green. So,
Yeah.
which means there are dormants and stuff like that in the deck. So,
No, spoiler alert. I'm sure that's not going to come in to be the massive annoyance.
I don't think it does though.
No, I don't think he plays a dormant against me.
Well, the card exists, so it's still annoying.
I have a lot of blockers though, which help me keep myself alive. And I think I actually take this double strike because I knew you still had swings with your unison.
Yeah.
And I'm blanking on it. I don't think I've seen a Nappa yet. So I want to get down to the point where in case I need to awaken, I can. So here, go ahead and activate the effect of the Vegeta's Powerball to play the Grade 8, which plays in arrest mode. Now, I do have another blocker in case you want to play any more cards to swing at that card. So I think I read the effect like, hey, if I swing, you have to discard a card as well. And, this is going over timing window in case you wanted to God Seal it. And I was like, it's something you had to call before the card's technically played. But you passed on doing that.
Yeah, I was expecting you to play something bigger, I think, on the next turn, so I was trying to wait. Yeah, I was just basically waiting to see a bigger card come out, and I was going to try to get rid of that.
Why even does that Vegeta super combo exist?
What do you mean?
It just does so much more by comparison than any other super combo of its caliber. Like,
I think every super combo from that set had like an additional effect though.
yeah, but when the Zeno super combo, you can play it to draw 1 card, or you could combo to basically effectively just restand 1 energy, not draw another card. And that Vegeta is essentially the same as a draw 2.
Yeah.
As far as advantage. Like, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Now, did you think about playing the Bardock Unison in this list with all the 1-drops that you have?
I did pull it. I chose not to go that route because I wanted to kind of focus on the Nappa for this deck and keep it in the spirit of what it was. Comparing the
it's hand control Bancroft. It fits perfectly the spirit of what it does.
I'm well aware, but this unison was made for this leader, technically, so that's why I went that route. But this unison does...
Bancroft just gave me the boots were made for walking.
But this unison also goes off the idea of sending cards to your warp, which benefits the draw Raditz, which benefits the leader on the backside when it's gaining crit, or if you want to give it triple attack, you need cards in your opponent's warp to do its effects. Where the other one just kind of removes cards from hand, and if you're playing in a best of 3, the Bardock would give reason for your opponent to play Deborah.
Don't care, didn't ask. Plus, Nap is bald.
Actually, Fluff did ask.
I didn't ask.
It
That.
is. Right. But you're disappointing like an unsalted pretzel, so shut up.
Hey, pretzel's good every way, you know?
So here I was trying to
Delicious
apply
boiled bread.
I was trying to apply pressure to your double strike to get out of the way, if I'm correct, or I'm applying pressure to your unison, and you're trying to protect it, which is really smart. Trying to keep what attack powers you have is there, but unfortunately, that Trunks, even though it's one energy for you, so it's a good negate. None of my battle cards are affected by its effect, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I think what little hand that I had left, the reason why I was trying to protect the 4-drop double strike is the other 2 cards in my hand. One was the 5-drop Goku, where it returns the 4-drop to my hand, and then it goes into the I immediately evolve it into the, was it 7 or 8-drop Son Goku card?
The UI sign.
It's
Path to
triple,
the Infinite UI sign Son Goku.
yeah, where it's triple strike, and I get to return your. Man, I can't remember the card off the top of my head. But I think
It bounces field, and if I remember correctly, that's the one where your opponent cannot combo against it.
that's correct. Thank you, Jim.
I know my shit, you know.
So that's why
I'm not the champ for no reason.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to protect that double strike card, because it was the only 4-drop card I had.
And here, me just putting down a Bupo, just kind of
As if green needed that.
Yeah.
kind of puts you in a bind where your hand is getting kind of low. Do you risk the push for age? Like if you swung for leader, you get a draw, so you're missing. You're gonna lose 1 card overall. Or do you pass the turn? I think you ultimately do pass the turn.
Yeah, I think I do. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. I can't remember what I had in my hand. I wish I would have popped it in front of the camera a little bit more.
We were sitting at the more spaced out table, unfortunately, so it's kind of hard to do that with.
Yeah. For me to have that much energy, I'm thinking I had at least 1 negate in my hand.
And here I went ahead and used the -2 on Nappa to just pop the double strike card. Now, normally I think the Nappa could pop up to 2 cards, but they have to be equal to or greater than your opponent's energy, so it would not hit your 3-drop Trunks.
Right.
And yeah, swinging Raditz to your life is more beneficial, but I felt like you could benefit from a negate, especially if you had like Dimension Magic or something like that. I was like, I'm just going to swing at his unison and see if he does anything about it. And this also gave me the ability to overwhelm.
Yeah, I didn't. If I did have a negate, which I might have, so it looks like I just discarded Dimension Magic there. A lot of times where I don't have a lot of stuff going on, and you go after my unison, I just kind of let you take it to try to like prolong the game at least to one or 2 more rounds. Hopefully, I can get something to come back at you with.
And that's a 20k unison, so like in most cases, that's not a bad idea because your opponent normally has to expend resources. But because I'm playing the kind of the tax cheated engine into this deck, my 20k swing is costing you a card now instead.
Yeah.
So, Bancroft, on your last turn, you charged your energy up to 5, but didn't spend any of your energy. What was the thought behind that?
I think I had the Secret Rare in my hand, and so I just wanted to have energy to play stuff during his turn.
Got it.
Because right here I'm using Vegeta's Powerball to go ahead and play the 4-drop Raditz for my deck, which I absolutely wasn't aware how good this card was until before I put it in this deck. I do tech as a 1 option, but man, when you swing with this card, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than the amount of cards in their hand and KO it. And it's not an auto once per turn, and this card does have dual attack, so you could potentially clear 2 cards if you wanted to with this effect. But you were able to pop, not pop, sorry, bottom deck my other Vegeta blocker. It did cost you 4 energy to do, but since you're playing Soul Striker, it kind of bounces out a little bit because you get to restand 2 energy.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I had going for me this round, I think.
And I didn't know what you could potentially play either during this turn. And that's why I chose not to block just yet. I wanted to see what you did. I guess I didn't have Secret Rare. I thought I had the Secret Rare. There we go, 6 energy. Yeah, I wish I flashed my hand as well, because I'm really curious why I went to 6 energy. I remember it being a reason for it. And here, swinging with the Raditz first allows me to, if you say no negate, my auto will still go off, and I could pop your blocker before you have a chance to block with it, and initially getting both your cards with 1 attack here.
Yeah, that's what you were going over with me right there. So I think I asked you, I was like, so I can't use my blocker? You're like, no. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. The block goes into pending, but unfortunately my auto hits first, which means you can't resolve yours.
Yeah.
And this is the card where it allows me to draw 3 cards. And I think I stopped to make sure you have 6 cards in there beforehand, but and this is just seeing if I can find anything useful. Unfortunately, that card only grabs green Saiyan battle cards with energy cost of 3 or less. If I got another rat, it's been awesome, but I didn't. And here I was kind of explaining, like, if you pay energy, you still have to pitch a card, but if you take the life, you can leave your energy how it is. But still have to pitch a card, but it kind of like bounces out more often. But you chose just to pitch a card.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to.
Oh, that's in my hand. Okay, I had Rosie, right? Is that her name? Makes your opponent discard 2 more cards and has triple attack. But yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
That's today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Keep in mind, there's buttons below and on the screen while Fluff does the outro.
Yeah. There you go. Hand control. Doing what hand control does. As always, read your cards, know your plays. Let us make the mistakes so that you don't have to, and fluff out.